Well, I'd like to welcome everyone to this episode of Straight Talk. Today, I'm with Mike Crippen, who is the founder and CEO of Solid. Hello, Mike. How are you today?
I'm great, Jeff. How are you?
Really good. It's great to have you today on this program. Where do you live and work, Mike?
So I am living in Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is just right across the North Carolina, South Carolina border from Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where our business is headquartered.
So, a beautiful area. I was there not too long ago. Historic Charlotte is amazing. Spent
It
most of my
is.
time in a convention center, but got to go downtown.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's really grown up in the last 20, 25 years. I've been here for 25 years. It's changed a tremendous amount. I get the best of both worlds in that I'm right across the border. I live kind of in the country and I've got the city of Charlotte to have fun in. So it works out really well.
Well, sounds great. Well, let's talk about something solid. In fact, that's the
Sure.
name of your company, Solid.
Indeed.
Yeah. Tell us about Solid, a little history, background, how you got started.
Sure. Love to. First of all, thanks for the opportunity, Jeff. This is a lot of fun. I really appreciate this very much. Solid started, so I got started in business about 25 years ago. I was with a franchise organization that was in the business of providing carpet and textile maintenance. Commercially, large corporate clients were our focus. And we did really well with that. We were part of that franchise organization for 20 years. I grew to be the largest franchise owner in that group. And about 5 or 6 years ago, we just felt like we were going in a slightly different direction. We had gotten very heavily engaged in hard surface maintenance as well. And we felt like where we were going was maybe a little bit different path than the franchise. And so myself and 6 or 7 other franchisees left the franchise and formed Solid. And so now we have grown to 40 locations across the US. We're the largest self-performing surface care company in the space. And we're having a lot of fun. The growth has been tremendous. We're adding clients rapidly. We've struggled through the COVID crisis a little bit, but we're delighted to be where we are.
Yeah, I'm glad that you got through that. That was a tough time, still is for
It
many
is.
folks. Tell us about what you saw in the industry, maybe that was missing that needed something like Solid could bring.
Yeah, it's a great question. You know, when we started in the franchise that I mentioned to you, that was a point in time where there really weren't a lot of specialty surface care companies. It was mostly janitorials. And we felt like there was a need for a higher level of craftsmanship and a higher level of attentiveness to specific things. So we like to say that, we wanted to be specialists in an industry that was pretty much served by generalists. And so we specialized in surface care at the highest level. And that really resonated with the marketplace at the time. As I mentioned to you 5 or 6 years ago, we saw the industry kind of moving towards, I think most clients were looking to reduce vendor headcount. So they were looking for a smaller list of folks. And so people that could do more were more attractive. And so we kind of fit the bill. And we looked at that opportunity and said, if we can be expert at every one of the surfaces that we deliver or serve, or care for, then we could be a real value to our clients. And if we could do that across more surfaces, then obviously that value would increase.
All right, that's a good story. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
Hey, Mike, a company, it's been said, is only as good as its people. Tell us about your team and your company culture.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I think the thing that defines us as an organization is our culture. We're a culture of people that really believe strongly in what they do. We're a culture of people that are action oriented and are client centric. That's really important for us. We have a very strong sense of values, and our values are be honest, be creative, be caring, be expert, and be great. And we have a whole list of guiding principles that support that. But our people believe in those things. They embrace them. They act upon them. They treat their clients with that as kind of a undergirding everything that we do. And so our culture is very active. And in fact, I think if you asked anyone at our company, they'd tell you the thing they love the most about it is this very vibrant culture where people believe the same things and actively go about doing them.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah, sounds like a good team, good people you have working with you. Working with you might be a way of putting it, not for.
Indeed. Yes, absolutely. It's a team for sure.
Yeah. Looking back, is there anything that surprised you about the industry response when Solid went to the market?
I wouldn't say surprised. I would say that I'm very encouraged by the appetite that the marketplace has had for what we do. I think that we've been told over and over again, and certainly by the growth of our business, we can infer that folks are looking for the thing that we give, and it's a higher level of service. It's an approach that's different and unique, and I think I can share some of those uniques with you. But one of the things that we talk about as a leadership all the time, and our people all believe in as well, is we're kind of in the business of making quality matter again. We really want to deliver a service that is old school in its nature. We want to do what we say we do and do it all the time. When we accept a scope of work, or we confirm that we're going to do a certain thing, we do it. And we do it to the highest level, and we hold ourselves accountable to that quality being of the highest level. So we tell our clients all the time, we measure ourselves. We wish you would as well, but we're going to measure ourselves and report back to you whether it's good or it's bad.
Yeah, I like that. That's refreshing. Sometimes we get involved in cliches, but it doesn't sound like that's what you folks do. You really do perform what you say you're going to do.
We believe in that very strongly, and we think that that's what's needed in the industry and in the world today, really.
Yeah, that does make you unique. Mike, share your thoughts on innovation. What is Solid doing to drive innovation, and maybe especially during the time when folks are coming back to the office more so now than in the past year or so?
Well, I think it's really important now more than ever. I think through innovation, we're gonna move from the situation that we're in today. We're gonna get through this pandemic. We're gonna maybe look at doing business and living our lives a little bit differently. And I think innovation is the manner by which we do that. And so innovation has been a huge part of who we are, really for our entire history. We innovated in how we deliver programs of maintenance to our clients. We innovated and pioneered frequency-based maintenance as opposed to kind of wall-to-wall treatments that were in vogue when I started. We've always been behind sustainability, so we're trying to deliver the most sustainable products, the ones that use the least amount of resources. So we've innovated there. We've innovated in the approach that we're a national provider that 100% self-performs in an industry that's mostly subcontracted. So that's a big innovation, and that's a unique that our clients really respond very favorably to. The thing I'm most excited about right now is that there's a chemical innovation that we're kind of behind, and we're going to be first to market with. It is the only long-lasting antiviral treatment that the industry has seen. There's lots of antimicrobials out there that have a duration or a durability that's beyond just immediate. But this will be the first one that has antiviral properties and has been proven to kill SARS-CoV-2, as well as a host of other viruses and pathogens. So clients will have the ability to put a treatment down that lasts up to 90 days, and so have a layer of protection that maybe didn't exist before. I think there's going to be a huge appetite for this in any kind of public sector space. I think many of our corporate clients have already lined up and said they're really interested in it. We're about 3 months, maybe max, away from full EPA certification. And so we're really excited about it. The product's called SurfaceWise 2.
SurfaceWise 2. All right. That does sound like a cool innovation and something that'll be well received by the industry, no doubt, for what it's going to do. Yeah. Cleaning for health, some might say, oh, it's a cliche. It's not to Solid, though. Tell us about that.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, Jeff, because we've been talking about cleaning for health for many years. There are decades of studies that show that facilities that are maintained effectively with the right amount of frequency and the right amount of intensity, and that means deep cleaning as opposed to just surface level cleaning, invariably are the healthiest facilities out there. There's studies that show that absenteeism goes way down during the cold and flu season. There are more people in their desks than out of their desks. Infection rates go down in hospitals. And so we've always talked about cleaning as a means of improving the health of the space. Moving particulate matter out that might be affected or become infected is very important. Surface transmission is very important in many viruses and pathogens. So keeping those surfaces maintained at the right level of frequency and at the right intensity is really something that we believe very strongly in, and we believe there's a lot of data to support. So our platform of Clean for Health is really layers of protection, right? You got to do the things that you're told to do. You got to wash your hands. You have to socially distance. You cough in your arm instead of out in the air. And if you do those things, then transmission and infection rates will almost certainly go down. But then there's certain other layers as well, and that is deep cleaning, some level of disinfecting on an ongoing basis. And then, as I mentioned, a product like Surface Wise gives you that extra layer of protection. If you're doing those things, that's kind of a holistic approach to Clean for Health, and we think it'll have a huge impact.
I love the science that you're putting into your company.
Yes, indeed.
Your culture is good, the people, but the science as well really makes Solid a solid company.
We have great partners. We went to market when the pandemic first happened, and we said, we know a little bit about how to do these things, but we're not expert at it. And so we pivoted very heavily. We went to market and found the preeminent experts in all of the things that we needed to know more about: disinfecting, antimicrobials in general, just bio pollution in general, and really made it our rallying cry that we're going to become great at this. And through that greatness, we can help our clients and hopefully help curb this crisis.
Yes. One final question, Mike, and I'll put this information below the video as well.
Yep.
Tell us how people can learn more and take advantage of what Solid can offer them.
So our website is probably the best way to do that. It's www.solidcare.com. If you have relationships, which I hope you do, with Solid representatives in your marketplace, they are always the best conduit for information, and they'd be eager to speak with you. But otherwise, that website address is probably the best.
All right. Well, Mike, thank you so much for sharing the details about Solid. You guys are doing great things. Keep it up.
Awesome, Jeff. Thanks so much for the time.